Alright, Schlockmeister fans, from the Black Friday sale from Vinegar Syndrome, we have a new release called Spookies. Let's check it out. That's a breathing tomb.
Isabel, I can wait no longer. The final foolish victims will be here very soon.
Plans.
It's Billy.
Big plans.
Yeah, sure. Everybody's got big plans.
Yeah, well, some of us have plans that are gonna work.
He's hanging out in the woods and I really don't know why. Apparently, I think he's running away because it's his 13th birthday and his parents forgot. And as soon as he turns his back on that guy, something killed them. You see that creepy guy again. His name is Creon.
I am your prisoner, a slave to that which I can never possess.
And now we're going to see his wife. She's coming too. Well, Billy wandered into a mansion he found. Looks like an abandoned house. This happens to be where Creon lives. Now inside there's a party set up, which is kind of convenient since it's his birthday. And that appears to be a Jawa. Don't open that gift, Billy.
Happy birthday, Billy.
Anyway, Billy takes off running. Next thing you know, we have a whole group of people heading to the house.
Oh. We can't dance around here all night. Let's go. Somebody might live here.
I don't think anyone lives here.
Back to Billy, and he's being chased by, whatever the hell that thing is. That's brutal. Kind of reminds you of Joe Pesci in Casino.
We must play the game perfectly. When all of the pawns have been sacrificed, we will win our queen back again.
When the hell we're going home?
N-E-V-E-R.
Yep, they found a Ouija board.
I knew I shouldn't have asked.
And then one of them starts to turn into a demon. Things are no better outside. When they run out there, one of them sinks into the ground.
Oh, God!
And then all those graves in the cemetery? Zombies! This film has it all. But we ain't seen nothing yet. There's a lot more to come. She's come too.
I have waited by your side day and night for an entire lifetime.
Stay away. I don't want you by my side.
And then there's Attack of the Mud People, who make farting noises when they walk. There's apparently some wine barrels down there, and for whatever reason, wine melts the mud people. It's like they're kryptonite.
I poisoned myself once before and I'll do it again. We'll find another way.
Haven't you learned that my will to have you is greater than your will to die?
Apparently that's somebody who was at the house earlier, or years ago perhaps. That was the only way to leave, was to commit suicide. Then there's this cute foreign chick who gets attacked by some sort of mutant iguana. Creon introduces Isabel to their son. managed to escape the deadly iguana, but I don't know what the hell this thing is, but it takes her out. Remember Waylon and Madam from the 70s? Maybe that's Madam not looking too good? I don't know. And there's this Grim Reaper creature thing that comes to life, which I think is the coolest looking one in the movie. This guy got attacked by a giant spider and tossed into its web. Looks like he wasn't the first one.
Time has come.
And that pretty lady turned into a giant spider. Or spider-like creature. And sucked him dry. The middle-aged dude manages to get rid of the Grim Reaper somehow by tossing him off the roof. Good information to know for the future.
A sorcerer's son must learn to use death to control the force of life. This is the source of our power.
I think that was that original Evil Dead looking demon thing. Creon makes a move on Isabel. Isabel makes a move of her own. She flees the mansion and ends up in the cemetery where all the corpses are coming out and they rip off a good part of her clothes. She gets away and finds a car. Now, she's been sleeping for 7 years. She might not know what a car is, but she seems to manage just fine. The car's owner shows up to help her.
But you're not free.
Or does he?
Don't you realize I've always loved you too?
And that's our movie. Alright, let's talk about Spookies. First of all, Spookies is a movie I actually had on a pre-recorded VHS tape. I'm not sure where I picked it up over the years, but I acquired it somewhere and sat in a box for years and years. I'd never seen the movie until today. I always intended to upgrade it to a DVD. It was available on a PAL DVD previously, not available in this country yet. And then Vinegar Syndrome announced that for their Black Friday sale, this was one of their secret releases, Spookies. So it was a brand new Blu-ray. So yeah, I was excited about it, just like a lot of other people were too, because there's a lot of fans of this movie. I wasn't aware of it because I'd never seen it, but I had to jump on the bandwagon too. So I got Spookies. So anyway, finally got around to watching it today, and boy, I don't even know what to make out of this movie. This was like all over the place. I don't know if it meant to be horror or comedy or what it was supposed to be more of, but the plot of this movie is there's this guy named Creon. He's living in this mansion of some sort, and he has a wife that has been like dead for like 70 years, and he's been like keeping her alive, or wants to keep her alive somehow, and keep her young and vital. So apparently he needs I don't know how, it wasn't really explained. I had to look on IMDb. They said that he needs like the essence of these people who come to his house. He kills them and he uses whatever out of them to revitalize his wife. But I didn't see any evidence of that actually happening in the film. The first thing we see is this kid who ends up going in the house and he gets killed. And then we have a whole group of people that I don't even know what they're doing there, but there's a couple of carloads of people that show up. We have maybe 8 or 9 people show up at this house, and it's basically kind of like a haunted house movie. They're all trapped in this house. Next thing you know, all these creatures are coming out of the woodwork, literally in some cases, and they're just weird creatures, different kinds of creatures. It's not just one creature or a type of creature. There's just all over the board. Like there's like this Grim Reaper looking thing. There's this like Evil Dead demon looking thing. There's these mud people that come out of the ground. And then later on, there's a cemetery full of zombies. It's just all over the place. And then there's this goofy guy who's kind of like a pet to this guy, Creon. Now, the wife actually wakes up at one point and says, let me go, kill me, I want to go. You know, I poisoned myself, it's the only way I get away from you. I don't want to be with you, I never did. But the guy disagrees, and she eventually gets out of there. In fact, at one point, she stabs him in the forehead to get out of there. That's kind of the end of the movie. All along that way, people are getting killed off one by one. One guy got killed by this spider creature, this woman who turned into a spider. Again, there was just millions of different creatures in this movie. And the effects were pretty darn good, actually, if you ask me. Ultimately, the woman, after she stabs, the wife, after she stabs her husband in the brain and apparently kills him, she runs out. She gets attacked by a bunch of zombies in the cemetery. She escapes. She gets into this car, and this guy said, what are you doing in my car? And he says, I got to get out of here. Help me. And he's like, okay. They start driving. And she's like, oh, I can't believe I got away from them. And the guy looks at her and says, you haven't gotten away. And then he turns into one of those creatures, and then she screams, and then next thing you know, her husband pops out of this tomb, laughing hysterically, and then the movie kind of ends. Wow. Again, this movie was just all over the board. I can't say that I was ever bored by it. I just don't know if I understood it. Maybe somebody else who's seen this movie. Again, I know there are fans of this movie, so maybe you can explain to me what I missed here. I didn't hate it by any means, and I don't dislike it. I just found it confusing and odd, but it was entertaining, you know. And I gotta say, the special effects were really, really good. All these creatures look great. I just didn't understand what the hell was going on in this movie, but I was entertained by it nonetheless. So hey, I guess I gotta recommend it. So anyway, it's called Spookies, and like I said, Vinegar Syndrome put this out a couple of months ago, and it's available. And I'll leave a link down below to Amazon, because I believe it's on Amazon, where you can check this out. It's also available on some PAL DVDs, but skip those. Go to the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray. There's a ton of extras on here too. An extra disc, commentary, interviews with the director, and all kinds of things. So there's a lot of goodies here. So anyway, if you're looking for a decent copy of Spookies, you gotta get this one. They went all out with this. So check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about Spookies. Leave some comments. Bye. Watch it.